So, I live in a very small town called March. It's been renovated to modernise and generate income for the high street, and when I say the townsfolk are mad, they are mad. So, to try and help them come to terms with the new renovation, I have chosen to create a 3D visualisation of what the town will look like. The key areas of the renovation is the fountain being moved, the roads being pulled up, and the high street being pedestrianised. To show this renovation, I've chosen to use Blender. However, have also taught myself to use 3ds Max and SketchUp as part of the learning process. I've also used Twinmotion in order to capture the video and render out the final scene. When starting out this project, I reached out to the Fenland District Council to see if they had any additional pieces of information that I could use to help model my scene. They gave me some topology data on the land, some plumbing underneath, and generic plans that have been released to the public that I may not have seen prior. These are all extremely useful to help gauge scale, size, location, and to help me understand what the renovation is going to look like. This is crucial for me in order to translate this design onto a 3D space for other people to understand what it's going to look like. As I'm used to working in Blender, I felt confident going into this project. Therefore, I wanted to test myself and see if my abilities could adapt to different softwares. I found that SketchUp was quite difficult to use on the offset, and it wasn't quite the right software for what I was aiming to achieve. 3ds Max, however, is quite similar to Blender in terms of its workflows, however the UX is quite different. This is not a bad thing, however, as I'm used to Blender, I chose to focus my talents in that software to achieve the best looking project. I wanted to use Twinmotion as I'm aiming to do a Masters after university. Twinmotion is one of the required softwares for me to go into university with, and therefore I wanted to use it in this example in order to practice and gauge an experience using it. I found the software to be relatively easy to navigate and extremely easy to apply textures with, however found it difficult to gauge the controls as I was first learning. In terms of creating the final output and the camera, I found this again very easy to use and very easy to understand. This allowed for a natural workflow and me to enjoy the process of learning. When looking at my final piece, I'm very pleased of how it came out. I'm pleased that I chose to stretch myself and learn new softwares as I was comfortable in the idea of modelling, and I'm pleased that I went with a town that I knew as I could get the scale right and understand what it's supposed to look like, whilst also appreciate what the old town is.